interesting. What's going to happen in the early game? How are you going to approach it? Where's the circle going to go? All these things, really important. Pretty fair playing path once again, unless you want to go way east. That's not as nice. But other than that, are they going to? My real question: are we going to fight over Power Grid again? Is that are we doing that? That's my early game question.
I really hope not. I really hope not, for the sake of BAE and for the sake of Ferox. Really hope that they can maybe not end up. Now, that being said, BAE currently sitting in 13th, Ferox in 14th, and they're separated by 2 points apiece. So maybe it's a matter of pride here for those two as they determine who will end up taking over the power plant for the future of scrims. I don't know. Who, if nothing else, it gives us something to watch early here.
That's exactly, what, as far as entertainment perspective goes, I never complain when teams fight over positions early. But as far as it, is it being a good decision or not goes, I'm a little more critical of it.
It's fair enough. It's fair. It's a fair critique there. Yep, we are going to have it. As Grump's going to find Company Man to start things off here. Ferox going to lose Nikos to Bad Man with the shotgun. Grumps only has 17 rounds left in the chamber here, so if he's going to make things happen, he's going to have to do it efficiently. Bad Man going to finish off Nikos. Grump's going to try to wrap around. He should spot out Nephroar. As Bad Man going to come from the side. Loki's, though, going to catch Grumps from behind, and that's Ferox losing 2 early. Nick and Head Kick, the last 2 up.
Yeah, I was worried about Loki's. Nobody was really watching him. He just was able to kind of come up on the flank behind Grumps for free. Nobody was covering his backside there, so that is an easy pickup there for BAE. And let's see if Head Kick can get something going, and Nick 101 as well. Putting some shots down, backing right off. Are they just going to try to fight this one out for sure? Or is this maybe the time Ferox kind of takes assessment of the situation and says, maybe we should try and get more points and just back off? But I think there's a pride factor going on here is what it feels like.
This is 100% a battle of pride, as Head Kick and Nick 101 going to work in between the power lines here. Nephroar looking over the top. Meanwhile, Loki's and Company Man making sure that they don't get wrapped around on the wall. Meanwhile, the circle has popped. We are going south. This is a circle that we're kind of used to seeing. Stuff ending up just west of Los Leones. So all these teams should be familiar with this.
This is a nice circle for the Fury guys. I'm not super familiar what they'll do in this situation. What a lot of teams will do in position is occupy the compounds on the top of the hill of West Los Leones and just kind of watch everything from there, pick up a few kills here and there as teams try to rotate around. You can see Duckmans and the Myth guys are already kind of setting up shop just a little bit north of that area. VTR is very close to this as well, so are they going to try to battle over that area? What exactly are those teams going to prioritize for those positions? And these guys, I mentioned it to you during the break here, they might have a 30-point day in their backs. They're playing really well.
Sadie's definitely turning things around after yesterday, and that's what you love to see. I mean, look, obviously they're not in the hunt for first place, but the fact that they can have such a bad day and then have the mental fortitude to then turn around and come back today and really perform well speaks volumes to the strength, individual strength of that team, as it looks like BAE has spotted out Head Kick, but they may have lost track of Nick here. Nick trying to make his way in and move around. You can just see him on the side of the screen there. Not going to find anything just yet, though, as Ronan is going to get spotted out and go down, so that's bad news for Fury. They're going to lose 1, and that Nick 101 is going to go down as well. Head Kick, the last one up for Ferox.
This is, that's definitely not what those Fury boys wanted. And now they've got AAP over in this situation with Juxi. CJ, looks like CJ's just looting, so I'm not sure if CJ knows Juxi is there.
Oh my God, Head
no.
Kick.
Head
Are
kick
you
out,
kidding me?
duels him. Now it's, Company Man. Look how many bullets Company Man has left. He has 8 bullets in this AK. That is it.
What the hell is going on here? Head kick. Just turning up in the last. Like BAE, I get it, man. Like you had him in a 4v2, you don't have great loot or whatever. Head kick making that Scar do some work. He's going to spot out Badman, get shot back. One res has already come through. Company Man working the angle. He's going to find him again. Whoop. Holy head kick. Badman, you better come with something here. He's already low.
Tries to spray around the corner. He doesn't connect. There is enough movement here from Badman to keep the bullets off of him, but how much longer is this going to go on? I don't know if they're, if head kick is smart here, he's going to push up forward. Yep. He's going to be able to maybe get a flush, and he's going to get it. Head kick by himself ends up annihilating BAE.
All right. BAE. That's... That's all. Oh, I want to talk. I want to talk shit so bad, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to give all the credit in the world over to Head Kick for clutching out the 1v4 in the end. Fantastic play by him. In the end, both Ferox and BAE probably wish they would have had a little bit of a better showing this tournament as they finish on the wrong side of the leaderboard. But Head Kick, if nothing else, you can at least take that with you, knowing that you clutched up for the team.
Get yourself a little film for the highlight reel there.
Yeah,
that was some sick stuff from Head Kick. Good job by him. At least finishing this out on a high point for the Ferox boys as they look to regroup and move on for their future tournaments. Playing well down in the OCE region. VTF, not as good as their sister team, but yeah, they're doing okay. And now, oh no, my Gems, they're outrageous. Poro, they're truly outrageous.
God, I love it. I'm not seeing, and this is the thing, is I'm not sure if you're referring Gems the cartoon or Tarek from League of Legends. Either way, I definitely appreciate it. Is now QC going to finish off Teddy from range here? Yeah, like you said though, FTF, man, they've shown moments of brilliance, but they just haven't really had the consistency here. At least not the same consistency as their sister team.
Yeah, still really good. Still a really strong team, but their sister team is looking just, a step above them right now. But still a lot of good things to build upon. GC, they haven't been amazing, but they've been good. There's a lot of teams actually like fifth to like 10th and even 11th place are playing really well, but the top 4 teams are just playing really damn well.
I'll tell you what, man, Entry Fragger and Teddy, those boys get a little bit more practice, get a little bit more experience under their belt. They are going to be a problem in the future because they have shown moments of just sheer dominance in this tournament where they just look like unstoppable machines. So we'll have to see if they can make something happen here with just the 2 of them going forward here. So we check in.
Excited. Yeah.
I mean, look, hey, I love seeing new talent, man. I love seeing new talent, and those guys have really stuck out in my eyes here during this 5 days. So we see the new circle pop off to the west. Looks like we will be leaving Los Leones for the most part. Yeah.
So I'm a little worried about Fury in this situation. Massive split in the middle of the circle. Gex A, they are coming in way on the east, and Sadie's is right in front of them. It's what's really crazy about this Poro is MSC Theraton. They're making an extremely long rotation, coming in still in the blue.
Yeah, they are. I mean, to be fair, they looted up kind of off in the distance. They're definitely taking their time with this one, which is fine. I mean, that's what you want to see them do, right? If you're rooting for MSC, you want to see them keep 4 up as late as possible. They get a little bit unfortunate with the shift here. since the circle has decided to go off to the west as they're trying to pull in from the eastern side. But they can still make something happen here as Fury, oh boy, Insight now all by himself. He's in a lot of trouble, and there's not really anybody else here to provide him some support. I mean, you can see they're coming in from the south to try to maybe get an angle on this, but if you're Fury, you don't want to just throw here and die for nothing as Archangel Predator trying to make things happen.
Well, this might be okay. The other two Fury boys are up by Mad Dog, so Insight's just going to make a break for it. Those other three members didn't realize Insight left. Heady stuff here from Insight. Really smart to abandon that other compound, get back with his team, and now they have kind of a slightly better position, actually.
How he gets away with that, I will never know, as Mad Dog's going to pop out, but Luke 12 going to add to his kill count. Insight flushes it out for him.
Man, Luke 12 is so good.
He's nuts. He's absolutely so nuts. But now, okay, if you're Archangel, what do you do here? It looks like they're opting to just keep Killa and CJ on the other side of the street. They figured out what happened. I think they were looking for Insight in the buildings, going building by building, and while they were doing that, as they made it over to the far left side of the building, Insight laid the smoke wall down and made it across the street while they weren't looking. So, yeah, the timing, perfect. You can also see Algebot's still alive as well, just off to the east there, trying to take some shots towards Fury. Not finding anything, though.
Yeah, this is dicey here for Cerberus. Everything north of the Los Leones Road is not great position to have in this circle, most likely. This thing is almost certainly going to go south of that road eventually. It's about a 70 to 75% chance. I'd say maybe even 80%. So because there's tons of open space across that road, and who knows, we've seen teams get away with rotations that, normally you wouldn't expect them to be able to. So it could happen, of course. But Cerberus, as far as this circle goes right now, for all of our teams that are still up in that top 4 position, they're the ones I'm pretty worried about.
Well, we'll have to see where this circle decides to go here as it finally collapses. And yep, you called it, going south of that main road. So Cerberus in the lime green, they're going to have to find a way to make their way in from that northern side. Meanwhile, MSC still on the southern coast here. They did probably the only thing that they really could do once they were presented with that far western shift, and that was to send it south, eat a little bit more blue, and then try to come in from a different angle, because that eastern side is going to be pretty congested.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That eastern side will be very busy. The Myth boys, this is what they do. These 3-1 splits. They've already picked up 2 kills. One of them was Ronin from Fury. Looks like they found themselves another body for some free gear. And, well, let's see if they can finish strong. I mean, this is a team that in the Thailand qualifiers struggled, honestly, a bit. There's a lot of veteran talent on this team, but, with Duckman's moving over from Armory Gaming this winter, it looks like trying to get everything kind of going on the Duckman's playbook, because it takes time. Duckman's plays very differently from a lot of the teams.
Yeah, their meta play is sloppy, to say the least, but mechanically they are incredibly gifted. As we look over at Victim Rise coming up over the top of QC4 Horseman, Kamal's going to find another one. He's going to go down. Botbus also going to get flushed out, as it looks like Gems and Jayers are just going to make a run for it, but they may run in right into Algenbots from Archangel here if they're not careful. Gen Foss will take the shots at Cerberus, as Cerberus is trying to make the wrap down to the south here on the very eastern edge of this circle, but they are finding it tough sledding.
Duckman does get spotted out and taken down by McCrit. It's going to be the end of the tournament for him, but Myth's still in it. I did see Yoshi Minburi get knocked for MSC, and I think he was still out the blue, so that's something we got to keep an eye on. Now QC putting a bunch of damage into Victim Rise. Chibrit trying to get some damage into Cerberus. Once they realize, I don't think they've knocked anybody, so I don't think they know for sure that this is Cerberus yet. Once they understand this, you might just see them just try to just full send it into them and knock them out.
Yeah, they are definitely pushing out here to see if they can maybe find an angle to get some shots into him while they eat a little bit of blue damage. But Shabrit needs to be careful because he gets taken to about half HP. Meanwhile, Algebot's sharing a compound here with Gems from QC. Last player up for QC as he's just trying to survive now. Victim Rise waiting to see if Cerberus decides to push into him. It looks like they might have to push in on foot. Their vehicles have been pretty much destroyed here. Is Tong K going to find one from Victim FTF?
Yeah, VTR has to be careful here. If they let Cerberus get on the flank, they could actually end up losing this battle. That's going to be FTF down the circle too much. There would have been a grenade right in his face in a second anyway. So GC over on the western end has cleared all of that out for themselves. They actually have a clear path almost to the center of the circle. As MSC is getting shredded with this super long rotation. The circles were just never in their favor, always moving away from the direction they wanted to come in from.
That is also going to be the end of Victim FTF's tournament. They definitely showed signs, and they had a very good first game here today. Get the second place with 12 kills. And they've been fairly consistent throughout the rest. So turning things around here in day number 2, finding themselves on the good side of the leaderboard up in the top 8, but not enough to be in that top 3. Victim Rise, meanwhile, still working.
Oh, Julio. He might get that down. I think he's actually going to get off that hill. I thought he was done. Edie had a beat on him. Thought he might get him. Head kick is picked off. The last surviving member of the power grid fight. Now Julio might pick up another point here. What's he waiting for? What's he waiting for?
I guess waiting for him to turn around, and he's going to get it, and that's going to be the easiest kill he'll ever get, showing a questionable amount of patience there going for that kill, but he is the last player up on his squad. As we check over back to Burium, they have lost 1. They've 0 kills so far. They're going to try to do anything here late. As we said, we're pretty sure that they're out of contention for this top 3 spot. But Sadie's coming alive here in day number 2, man. We cannot say enough about the performance this team has delivered here today after having probably the worst performance they could ask for yesterday.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. Awesome to see Sadie's doing so well today. Really love to see a turnaround like that. Buriram needs to defend this. So Cerberus did a nice job getting out of the VTR trap. VTR, I think, maybe just a little. It was hard because a lot of the teams on the northern part of the circle can actually kind of put some pressure on them if they extend a little too far into that position. So that allowed Cerberus. Cerberus did have to use a lot of utility to do this. Vehicles and heals, of course, because they were eating so much blue. And then they got to go through the buzzsaw of Buriram.
Yeah, and that's Buriram could do all these teams that are chasing this top spot a huge favor here if they knock out Cerberus right now. The blue is pushing in Canaxi and Naradra. We've seen what those guys are capable of doing. Meanwhile, Sadie's is just across the street, but they're under pressure right now from Divine. Divine already 4 kills in the bank as they're going to... Oh, my God, Julio. Good effort. Good effort for Julio.
You can't take that away from him.
You cannot. As Divine is doing what they do best, at least in this tournament, and that is showing up in the final tournament, the final game of the day, and absolutely wrecking faces here. As Canaxi's going to find Tycon. That's going to be Cerberus losing 1. What do they do now? They are absolutely pinned down. They're going to lose another one to blue here as Subong's going to go down. Another one's going to go down, Basil, and they're down to just 1 player, and that's Cerberus taken out. Cerberus is done.
The door is open. The door is open now. Fury could absolutely do this. There's no doubt about it. VTR still in it as well, so there's a couple teams we got to watch for. This is pretty exciting. Sadie's, now they're in a bit of a pickle. They're on the outside of the circle here, and now they get to try to go through Buriram after they just witnessed Cerberus get dismantled trying to do the same thing.
Have we, I've lost my map stream. Have we lost MSC?
They're all but done. They have Venotica left. He's a solo.
Okay. So MSC, they were also in the running for this top spot. They were in fourth, about 13 points away from Cerberus, but it looks like they have lost 3 in the process. So yeah, it might just be down to VTR, the dark purple team on your map, and Fury, that violently green aquamarine up towards the north.
Oh,
Oh my God, Divine. This is what they did in the final day of the final game of the group stages. They managed to put together just an unbelievable win to secure themselves a spot here in the top 16 in the grand finals. And despite having, I think they're in 11th right now with 41 points overall, they're starting to turn up here in the final game and put in a showing.
Yeah, 7 kills already on the board for them. And you can see there's a lot of other teams that they can see. They've got Sadie's, a little bit of damage. Good spray from Namsi. Really, really good repeat on that one. Just picture perfect.
That's a yikes from me. Let's take a look at our circle. You do still have Fury up in the north. You still have Victim Rise off on the eastern side. Meanwhile, Golden Cat, they're also still 4 strong over on the western coast, playing from church. So that is kind of scary here. As Edie is going to make his way in for Buriram. Buriram wide split on this eastern edge. Edie finding himself in. Is that I don't know if I want to call it a 1v1. It looks like he's going to get some support from Canaxi now.
Yeah, he's just waiting for the rest of his team to be able to get angles up on this. By the way, MSC is down. They picked up 1 more kill, but that won't be nearly enough for them. So their day is over. Now Buriram putting the pressure onto Divine. And this Buriram squad starting to feel it a little bit at the end of the day today. It hasn't been the best. I would be honest if I wouldn't say I expected a little bit more out of them in this tournament. But overall, I mean, they're still capable, we've seen it, of being really, really strong.
They have definitely shown themselves to be kind of slow starters. And they ramp up as things continue, as things proceed. But you're going to have to figure out how to do something better than that when it comes to PSC, when it comes to international play, because you can't afford to wait until the last minute in those cases. That being said, Naradric, Canaxi, absolutely nutty players.
Yes. No, I think Canaxi really has shocked me in terms of his just long-range shooting capability. Naradra is just incredibly good all around. The whole team is, again, full of very talented fraggers.
Look at this Fury pushing into Victim Rise. This could determine who ends up winning this thing. As Insight gets ahead a little bit, he's going to spot out Kamals. I'm not sure Kamals is going to spot him. And look at this. He has no grenades. You want to see if he can maybe be patient here and wait for the rest of his squad to come up over the top, but nobody spotted him just yet. He's going to take the shots. He's going to find Jen Foss. Immediately, it's going to be traded back by Chabrit, but Insight wins 2. It's down to just 2 players for Victim Rise. They're going to get Samoy's going to get the down onto him, but here comes Juxi and Look 12 making their way up the hill. Victim Rise is all but done as Kamals is trying to work around the hill, but he's not going down without a fight. He's got 15 HP. It's down to a 1v1. Kamals trying to go for the res here while Luke 12, our kill leader, is trying to make his way up over the top and do something. He's going to land the perfect grenade. Fury Australia might have secured themselves a win here.
And Luke 12 he's going to get taken down. No! Over the hill is Tino. Oh, no. Oh,
I don't know, chat.
I don't know.
No idea.
Oh, my God.
I mean, they went out. They went out in 5th place. Yes.
Did Cerebus get any kills? I don't remember.
I don't know. I mean, they were playing the edge for so long. If they got anything, it's probably maybe 1 or 2.
I think
it's gonna be so close.
It's gonna be so close. I don't want to say. What incredible play from Luke 12 this entire tournament, by the way.
The other thing is you look at the kill count too. Cerberus had 54 going into this game. Fury had 55. So if they end up tying, I think maybe Fury takes it. on
Yeah,
kill points.
usually it's kills in most tournaments is the tiebreaker.
Oh, chat. This is nail biting time for sure, but we still have a game left to play here. Top 4 teams. Buriam United has 3 up. Can they manage to get 2 wins in a row in the final 2 games here on Miramar? Golden Cat still have 4. BA next, they've got well, a certain amount up. I can't see now. Okay, 2. And then you still have Divine Turtle in. And remember, Divine has been going off this game. They've had a boatload of kills. So we'll have to see. Golden Cat could make a run for if they get a good enough point total here. They could make a run for top 3 potentially. I'm not sure what they're sitting on right now. As we see, the care package is going to get picked up. Got the Mark 14 in there, and that is a dirty DMR. But that level 3 stuff looking even more spicy.
Oh, you gotta love it. That's the best crate you could get. Getting that Mark 14 is just an absolute godsend. That gun is just crazy good. It's so powerful, so accurate, stable. Just definitely, I don't think there's too many people that would argue with me that that's the gun you always want to see in that crate. Maybe somebody likes the AWM a lot. I get that. It's really fun to use. But
oh yeah, absolutely. It's typically it's going to be one of those 2 things, though. You got to figure.
Well,
here we go.
This one out. Bravey Buriram just wins back to back here.
I know this is kind of what I'm rooting for here. I'd love to see Buriram pull off the back-to-back wins here on Miramar. As Rain going to land a few shots there. K-Bites looks like he's not even going to take the Mark 14. He's just going to take the level 3 equipment, and a good thing he does too, because Canaxi is landing those shots right now. Divine though, Turtle gonna find Tong K, trade that back. Can he get the flush on it though? Tinoy looks like he might have spotted him. Oh my God, Tinoy!
Just missed the headshot.
Be careful.
He just missed that headshot. Now there's a little bit of a back of I think it's Tong K there. And yeah, he's going to push forward now. He has to. The circle's coming, of course. So this should be the moment where, yeah, Timoy should be able to come up, should be able to finish this off. Turtle is very, very hurt. He has enough time to get the first aid off, but
oh,
there it is.
Good grenade from Tinoy. It was close enough. And that's what my old man always used to say, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Well, guess what? That was a hand grenade, so close counts. As GC remains 4 strong. Buriram trying to push their way in. BA next in a world of trouble now. They have to make their way across the street under the watchful eyes of Maxonis and Sixax, 2 players that have proven to be very dangerous. Bites is going to make his way across already. Looks like he had the smoke wall down, while Rain is going to draw a little bit of attention here from Sixax.
Yeah, Sixax is just going to hold that angle on that tree for as long as he can. He has enough smoke there, I believe, to kind of keep Buriram off his back for just a little bit. He needs to get that spray. There it is. Good spray with the 3X. Gets the headshot to get the knock. It's going to go for the finish. It's not going to be quite enough, but at this point, that should be a bleed out and another point for Golden Cat. As Buriram is content to just kind of hold on. Now, they did have so they're kind of in a bit of a defensive posture now.
Yeah, Edie has gone down. It's not going to stop from Naradra from taking the shots. The problem is that Edie was the anchor man. He's the front anchor man. So he is practically unresable right now as Rain is going to go down to Sixax. Nice spray coming down. He finds just the smallest head peeking up over the top. Canaxi going to go down to Tong K, and now it's all down to Naradra. They've spotted him out. Maxonis going to take a few shots over in that direction. Naradra just going to go down to blue, but Tinoy